Welcome back, everybody, to Cosmic Kickback, the galaxy's favorite talk show. As always, I'm your host, Nick, joined by my co-host, Joshua. Say what's up.
Yo, what's good, everyone?
What is up? We are back. We didn't post a while for the month of June. You know, life came up busy. I started a new job, but we're back. We're about to review so many movies this week and this upcoming week. It's July. This is like the end game right now. You know, we got Superman coming out. We're going to see that soon. Jurassic World Rebirth just came out, and then of course Fantastic Four, all pretty big. You know, at least my most anticipated for the year. What about you, Josh?
I mean, Nick, you got to lock in, bro, because you threw hard for June, as you said. Nick was locked in his room, on the floor.
I was locked in. No, I was kidding.
I mean, yeah, you did start the new job, but yeah, bro, it's crazy because June was like my vacation month, bro. I was like just chilling in between before the summer semester starts. And now as soon as the semester starts, Nick's like, all right, bro, you ready to lock in? And I'm like, dude, like as soon as I got like shit to do, bro, like, oh man. But hey, I'm gonna lock in regardless. And yeah, I'm ready. I think I'm most excited for Superman or Fantastic Four. I don't really care about the dinosaur Jurassic Park, but
me too.
I'm gonna see it regardless. Did you end up seeing it? You said you didn't, right?
No, so I was supposed to see it last night, but nobody wanted to go as a group.
Hey,
I mean, a couple people did, but then I was like, yeah, look, bro, I just went to the movie theater by myself. I ended up seeing 28 Years Later.
I still got to see that.
Pretty fire, dude. I won't lie. I think it's out of all, actually, I haven't seen 28 Weeks Later, so I can't really compare. I've only seen scenes, but I think it's the best like shot. Like the cinematography in it is amazing.
Well, I'll have to see that soon. That's like, I mean, my next movie I see is definitely going to be Superman because we're seeing it as of recording this. What, 2 days from now? Like Tuesday. We got early tickets, even more early than like opening night Thursday. So we're gonna be among the first people in the world to see this. Nick, how'd that make you feel?
Where's the dog? I mean, dude, I'm excited. I've really been anticipating this. I remember when we were just talking about this as an idea of like, oh, it's called Superman Legacy, and obviously so much stuff has changed, but I can't believe it's finally here. I hope this movie does really well.
Didn't they dropped the title Legacy, right? Now it's just Superman.
Yeah, now it's just Superman.
I remember when we were reporting on it, I remember James Gunn was saying that he always knew he was going to write it, but he didn't know if he was going to direct it or not. He even like met with some people to see if they wanted to direct it, but he was like, oh man, like, I don't know if I want to direct it. Then he ended up doing it. So, hey, let's see if he does it justice. I've been seeing so much hate on Twitter, bro. It is disgusting how many people are like, just like, dude, did you see like I don't want to like dog on Zack Snyder, but it's not him. It's like his weird ass, the group of his fans that are just insane. There was a post, and I gotta find it. We could discuss it if you want, since we're on the topic. But like, someone literally was like, "All right, guys, like James Gunn's Superman's about to come out, so we gotta be ready. Like, this is what we gotta do to make sure that it bombs." And it was just like a list of like things that they're gonna do in like protest because they want Zack Snyder to come back. And it's insane, bro. I gotta find it while you talk.
Every time we talk about Snyder fans, I just get not even Snyder fans, bro. They literally wake up extra early to hate on anything that isn't like Henry Cavill Superman media, bro.
It's
Like,
nuts.
I liked Henry Cavill Superman. I hate that Black Adam was his last appearance. Jesus. But you got to get this guy, give him a chance, bro. Like, if I'm not waking up and immediately being like, yo, I hate Tom Cruise. Like, as soon as Mission Impossible comes out, I'm gonna review bomb it. Like,
oh my God,
bro, how are you gonna look up to Superman as like being played by Henry Cavill and then just do devious shit like that, bro? Like, what the fuck?
It's absolutely disgusting.
You're a super villain, bro.
Oh my God, I found it.
Luthor behavior. That's some Lex Luthor behavior.
Okay, so here it is. I found it. So somebody on the Snyder Cut subreddit put
Jesus,
stand up and fight for the Snyderverse on July 11th. Fight for our Snyderverse on the Imposter Superman release day. Here's what we can do to make a difference. Post spoilers everywhere. People are less likely to see and enjoy the movie if it's already been spoiled. 2, leave bad reviews on every review site possible. We know for sure that the gun bots will post fake positive reviews, so we must let people know the truth and balance out the bias with realistic scores. 3. Reserve tickets online, but don't complete the purchase. By selecting and reserving the tickets, it gets taken out of the pool for a period of 10 minutes at a time, which means this has a chance from stopping people from buying tickets. And then it says, gun fired the first shot and killed the Snyderverse. Here's our chance to take the fight back to him. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Hashtag if we can have our Superman. Oh, if we can't have our Superman, no one can.
Hey, what the fuck?
That is an official post. That these
That
people are real,
it
bro.
almost sounds like a meme that you're reading me. It's like average Snyder fan, but if that's fucking real, bro, like,
It's
oh my
crazy.
god,
It's absolutely insane.
how could you be like, I don't care about this, but then like literally go out of your I can't even explain
Yeah,
the
I,
thought
I
process.
I legit was like, I had no words when I read that, bro. It's gotten
Just
to
go
a
watch
point.
Man of Steel.
It's
Like,
gotten
if you
yeah.
really, oh my god,
It's just gotten to a point of like absolute like I don't even know what to call it, man. Like this is just embarrassing. Like I don't know what people are like. What are people doing with their lives, bro? Like really, like you are getting on and you're like, man, I gotta just make sure that this movie fails. Like, bro, who are you? Like, there's so much more to life, man. Like, oh my god.
they just sound like bored, like bitter fans, bro.
Hey man, you honestly like have to have something wrong with you to like hyperfixate on something so unimportant.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder himself has like wished James Gunn
Yeah.
well with his
Yeah.
iteration of, like, even the guy they're defending has been like, yo, like, good luck with this. He probably is executive producer on it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's insane, bro. But anyway, yeah, so we got four. We can talk more of that when we review that. That'll be coming next week because since we're seeing this Tuesday, maybe we can
Yeah, we'll
try and
probably,
find a time during the week so we can drop it like day
yeah, like
one,
Friday
maybe.
or
Yeah.
Thursday. If you
Yeah.
want to like watch it Thursday, and then our review will already be up.
Yeah, yeah, be
Or if,
ready.
if you're one of the people that actually sees it early,
Yeah, yeah. I
we'll see.
mean, we'll be on that. So as long as Nick don't throw, mark my words.
Dude, I'm gonna be there. We have an extra ticket, so we need to figure out who's gonna
Yeah.
be coming.
Yeah.
But we got a bunch of movie news. Today we're going to be talking about F1. This is the Formula One movie that's starring Brad Pitt. What's his name? Damson Idris,
Yeah, you
right?
got it,
Isn't
bro.
it Idris Elba's son?
Is it?
Javier Bardem is in this. I have it right here.
Dang, you got all the
Yeah,
news.
Damson Idris.
Okay.
But this is a racing movie. We're going to get more into it past after we get over this news, but we're going to have a little bit of a spoiler free section just talking about what we like about it, because the movie is still pretty, it's still pretty new. I think it came out like a week or two ago, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
But we got a ton
it
of
came
news to
out in
blow through.
when did it come out? It's all
It
good.
came
Yeah,
out,
like 2 weeks ago, bro. Something like that.
yeah, June 27th, so it's pretty new.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, we saw this early. We saw it on the fan event, which is a couple days early.
It was like a Wednesday. There was
Yeah.
nothing cool about it. They didn't give us nothing, bro. I miss when they would give you posters, bro.
I don't know why they stopped because they weren't even like full size posters. They were just like little mini ones, bro. Like we can't even get a
I
mini
like
one.
that.
Like
Yeah.
damn. Anyway, yeah. Before we get into that, let's try and like go through some news. Hopefully, we don't take too long on the news. Let's try and keep each one short unless we need to. It needs more, but yeah, if you want to skip right to the review, there'll be timestamps in the description. And Nick, what's our first piece of news?
All right, so our first piece of news is coming from Disney and Pixar. Peter Sohn, who did Elemental, which came out 2 years ago. I saw that movie; it was great. He is set to direct Incredibles 3, and Brad Bird will set to return to write the script.
Okay, so Nick, you're gonna have to take the lead on this because I never saw Elemental. In fact, I haven't seen The Good Dinosaur either, which this guy also directed. So I don't know
Damn.
anything about how this guy is. Like, is he good? Is he bad? I just know that Brad Bird is like the GOAT. So I'm a little worried if he's not directing, but I mean, I guess it's good that he's still writing, but I don't know, bro. Like, let me know. Is this dude legit? Like, is it worth getting an Incredibles 3? Like, I mean, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I like The Incredibles 2, especially after how long it took for us to get a sequel. But I have faith in this guy. I think if Brad Bird is at least maybe like like an executive producer or something, maybe he can help him with some creative decisions. It
Mm.
could definitely be a home run because I saw Elemental. It was really good. He is really good. That movie pretty much follows like two different families that are like different elements and how they have to like interact with each other and see like the good and bad in each other. So I think he has the whole idea of writing family dynamics down, but for him to take on like the third Incredibles movie, I feel like you're gonna have to up the stakes a lot, and I wonder if he's gonna
Mhm.
be able to do that. But
One
he's a good director.
thing, one thing that I am wondering if they'll do is Incredibles 2, even though it came out like 10 years later or something like that, um,
Yeah,
it takes place like immediately after the end of the first one. Like it picks up directly like where it ends, you know? Um, so I'm wondering if this one will get like a time jump and maybe we'll see like Jack is like a kid, maybe Dash is like a teenager, maybe Violet's like a young adult now. Like I feel like that'd be a little interesting because that'll be like a new dynamic for everybody. I feel like that's a fun. I think that's what they should do because I've already seen all of these characters as they are, and I'm on the opinion of I think Incredibles 2 was all right. I did enjoy it, but I don't think it was really like necessary. You know what I mean? Like I could have gone without it. Like I think the first one is really good and has a great message, a great story. The second one kind of just like reiterates it and it's just kind of more like, oh, I get to see these characters again. That's cool. You know? I hope this one is a bit
yeah,
more like phoned in.
I agree. I feel like the second one, I'm also in the boat of like I enjoyed it, but was it necessary? Because when you take a really beloved like Pixar classic and you're like, all right, let's bet on making a sequel. If it doesn't stick the landing, then I'm like, all right, you kind of not took away the magic from the first, but it's like you made it like a what's it called? I guess like a so-so movie.
I mean, even if it does stick the landing, because I feel like
Yeah.
Toy Story 4 is completely unnecessary. But I mean, on its own, like it's done well. It's good. Like there's nothing wrong with that movie. It's just the only thing you could argue that it does wrong is you could say I could understand why people would say it diminishes the ending of the third one because the third one's like a perfect ending. Like that's a perfect trilogy
Oh
in my
yeah.
opinion.
Jeez, bro.
So like even though 4 isn't bad, you know what I mean? Like it's just like okay, like why? And I feel the same way kind of about Finding Dory. Like Finding Dory is a fun movie, like there's funny parts, there's cute parts, but like that first one is just, it's so good. And it's like they're not really like putting out bad sequels. They're just putting out like oh look who's back. Like it's not bad. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like they gotta
Yeah,
have a reason to tell the story.
yeah. I don't know. It's tough to come with original ideas.
Yeah.
We
But I
could even
mean,
maybe even get into like Elio too, how that movie's like kind of flopping, and
I've
Pixar's like,
actually
this is
heard
why
it's
we don't do
good.
original shit.
I've heard people say that it's actually good, and I've heard people bring up again how it's like, oh, people always say they want original stories, but then when there are some, nobody goes and supports them, which that is true. Cause I mean, like, look at right now as we're speaking, like Lilo and Stitch, the live action remake is like $1 billion or about to hit a billion, something like that. Like, and How to Train Your Dragon, the exact same movie in live action is like I think it's made the most money in the entire How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Like people are going and seeing like reboots of the same movie just in live action. They're not going and seeing movies that are originals. So it's gonna continue to stay that way, bro. That's just how it is, I guess.
It feels like that Facebook meme where it's like the like single person at like a stand of books, and then like a line of people just like I don't know, like an iPhone store.
Yes,
It's like
sir.
people gonna stay the same, bro.
Yeah. But I mean I'm gonna be seated regardless. But
Oh,
anyway.
I agree. I still love Incredibles. All right, moving on. Next piece of news. This is actually great news. Also, some bad news. It's a mixed bag here. So, 5 Transformers movies are reportedly in development.
Oh my god.
Michael Bay's he has a project. He's coming back to direct.
Jesus.
We have a live action film. I know that's the mixed bag part, bro. We also got a live action film from the Transformers One director. Let me look up his name. Give him his flowers.
Yeah,
That
look it up.
movie is not getting an animated sequel to the actual
Oh
Transformers. I don't know why they didn't just name drop him, bro. Give him his flowers. Why do they got to be like,
god.
yeah, the
The
Transformers One director?
director.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 3 directors.
Oh wow, 3 people
Travis
directed.
Knight and Stephen Capel Jr.
I wonder if it's just one of them that is doing it.
Yeah, maybe just one of them.
I don't know that. But is that everything? Oh yeah, there's also two that are like unnamed, right? And they're just like very
Yeah.
early in development.
There's two other ideas that are in the early stages, so that's I don't know why they said 5 Transformers movie, bro. It's not in development.
It's like three
We don't know.
technically, and two of them are like in the very early stages where they might happen, they might not.
Yeah, and then we also have the Transformers and GI Joe crossover movie.
Oh my god, yeah, that one. Jeez.
So we got a lot of Transformers media coming out. You know, I like Transformers 1. I honestly I feel like I'm kind of preferring more like obviously the early 2000s one are fire up to like the third one. But, you know, animated Transformers media is pretty good too. But, you know, a lot's happening, dude. It's going to be summer of Transformer every summer.
Jesus. Well, to speak on this, I will never forgive anyone that did not go see Transformers 1 cuz that movie is the best Transformers movie we've gotten since Bumblebee. Bumblebee and that are top of the recent Transformers. I still haven't seen the original movie that a lot of people love from like the 80s or 90s. So I can't talk on that, but I just know Transformers 1 was genuinely a really good film, and it sucks that we're not getting the trilogy that was planned for it. But what's crazy is we're not getting that, but they're bringing back Michael Bay, who famously made some of the worst Transformers movies. I mean, he also made like I guess the best ones, if you want to call them the best. They're just like a lot of explosions and shit. But what's crazy is I bet you that this is actually gonna work. But what's insane is the whole reason why Transformers 1 didn't do well is because they oversaturated the market with Transformers shit and people got tired of Michael Bay making dog movies. So as soon as they got rid of him and they started making something good, people were tired of it. So they didn't see it. And now they're like, you know what? Like, let's bring him back. But he's like the whole reason why like this shit like snowballed. Oh my God, bro. It's just it sucks, bro. But I actually think bringing as much as I don't like the idea and I'd rather get Transformers 1 more movies in that universe, I actually think this could work in terms of making them money. I don't know if it'll be good, but I think it can make them money because imagine they already got Michael Bay, which people know they associate him with Transformers like so much, you know. Imagine if he brought back like Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox, bro. People are 100% gonna go see it, like no matter what.
What I'm talking
That like
that would have me seated immediately.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like if they do that, it's gonna make money.
I'm tired of fucking. This is minor spoilers, bro, but I'm tired of like Shia LaBeouf's kind of like early characters like Mutt Williams or when he was like Sam Witwicky kind of just like being written off. Like he wasn't in Indiana Jones 5 at all. So we never get to see him again. He's never back in Transformers. Like as soon as Mark Wahlberg came into the whole franchise, bro, it was shit.
Oh God. Remember
What are
that
you
one
talking
scene
about?
where the one dude like pulls out a laminated like Romeo and Juliet law?
Yeah.
Like, why is that in the movie, bro? Like, who wrote that and was like, yeah, we need this. Like,
Oh, Michael Bay.
just make them both the same age, bro. They don't need to be like, why is it needed? That's oh, dude. But no, yeah, I think even though I think canonically, I don't know if they say this in the films, maybe they do, because I haven't even seen all of the Mark Wahlberg ones. I've seen the first two for sure, and I think I saw the third one. If I did, it's been years, but I did not see the last, like the fourth or fifth one. I don't know how many they made. I tapped out. Um,
I
but
can't handle this.
dude, they continuously got worse, bro. One day I'll watch them because I do need a. I should see them. You know what I mean? Just to see how bad they are. But
Yeah.
I think canonically Sam Witwicky is dead in that universe. Apparently he died off screen in between 2 and 3. But I mean, you could rewrite anything. You can be like, oh, like he was undercover actually, like we hid him because you know he kept getting in the I don't know in harm's way. You know, they could do some shit like that. And so if they bring him back and they bring back Megan Fox, people are gonna go see it.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh,
Man, I hope some of those early projects, someone just throws that out there and they're like,
yeah.
yes. Like, I don't, oh my God. I make
Hey,
it sound easier than it is. It probably isn't with like studio execs and money and like
yeah.
shit flopping left and right. But if you just did like a focus group of like the average people that are like our age and they're like, yo, what would you want from a Transformers movie? that would 100% be almost everyone's answer. Like bring Megan
Yeah.
Fox
Oh
back,
my god.
bring Sam back, bring it back to street racing. Like Fast and Furious. No,
Oh
dude,
god,
they got to do a Fast and Furious and Transformers crossover. If
dude,
they're doing a
it's
GI Joe one, bro,
I would. That makes more
man.
sense. But like, did you see the clip of Vin Diesel, like where he was like talking on stage somewhere?
Like, what's up, Dwayne?
Dude,
Like,
he did something where he was like, "Hey, like, I talked to the studio and I told them like I'll make the last
oh my
movie
god,
on
yeah,
three
yeah, yeah.
conditions." Like, you saw that
Oh
one?
my, yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about another one where like he's at an award show and it was when him and The Rock were beefing and
Oh
he
my
was just
god,
like, "What's
yeah,
up?" He was like, "What's up, Dwayne?"
that
Yeah,
shit
but
was stupid too.
so Vin Diesel announced these three things. He said they're bringing it back to street racing. What was the second thing?
I think he said
The Rock?
no. I don't know what I remember he said, "Oh, it's going back to street racing." Oh no, he
Yeah.
said it's if they go back to the city of Los Angeles.
Yeah, back to LA.
Yeah. And then the
And then he
final
said one
thing,
more
bro.
thing.
Do you remember what it is?
Aren't they bringing back Connor?
They're bringing back Paul
This,
Walker, who's dead.
this is terrible, bro.
Like what? Like, dude, I mean,
This is so desperate. Like, I hate to even hate on it, bro. Like, just stop.
what's crazy is people cheered for it. So it's like, bro, like, oh, it's gonna I hope they don't do some like AI thing where they like
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah. I'm thinking because the way they did this in the sixth movie was after Paul Walker passed away, they still had to film like the final scene of them driving off. And so his brother Cody did kind of like, when they do like the little motion capture like dots on your face and stuff for video games, they
Yeah.
did that and they had him as a stand-in. So
See, that makes
if
sense.
they
That's
just,
more
yeah,
like
and his brother
respectful.
looks a lot like him. Like if you look
Yeah.
up Cody Walker, like they almost didn't even have to do like the stunt, the little like face change. And it's probably only gotten better since when did that movie come out? Like 2015.
Damn, was it that
So if
long
they have
ago?
his brother do a stand-in and they kind of honor his memory in a cool way, I think that would be pretty badass. Obviously if everyone's just comfortable with like that
I mean, I
that aspect.
understand why they want to do that, but like I feel like they should have ended these movies back on the seventh one because it just an actual good ending, an actual like good movie. And I don't even remember what the fuck happened when they added John Cena and like there's like
Dude,
a
so yeah.
like
So
bro.
Dom had a fucking kid,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
it's his
like him
brother.
and
Oh
Letty
my
have a kid,
god.
and he like separates because his kid's like in danger, and then John Cena's like it's his brother.
Yeah, I forgot about all that
And dude,
stupid
that
shit.
movie was so bad because we saw it in theaters, bro, and like it kept cutting back to like actually the flashbacks to that movie were my favorite because there was this guy who played like a younger version of Dom, and like he actually plays it really well, and you get like this backstory and shit. But the movie ruins it, bro, by like sending the dudes from Tokyo Drift to space.
Oh yeah.
Literally nostalgia bait, and then Dom is like stomping on the fucking ground of a parking garage. Like he has the fucking super soldier serum,
Wait,
bro. Like
that's a
it
different one. That's the one of Jason Statham. He says like the street always wins, and then he just he stomps
dude, we
on
gotta
it.
watch all these again, bro.
Honestly, yeah, we should have like a
Oh my
long this
god.
that's gonna span multiple days, bro. There's like 8 or 9 of these
God.
movies, man.
Well, no lie, the first three are really good. Like you can't deny,
Yeah, you want
bro.
to know something crazy? Is I've actually never seen the first three.
Dude, what?
So, yeah, so I didn't really
Dude.
grow up watching these. I didn't really care to. I wasn't like big into cars as a kid. Like I was more into like I guess like music and like shit like that.
Went
Um
into the street.
I wasn't like I mean I had Hot Wheels, but I wasn't like like there's a lot of car guys who like they know all the engines and the models and all that. That wasn't me as a kid. I know I just wasn't me. So I didn't watch these movies, but I remember I watched it might have been Fast Five or maybe the sixth one. I just know I've seen like at least two of them, and then I've seen Tokyo Drift as well. So I've seen like two or three of them. Oh, plus the one of John Cena, so like four. But I haven't seen the originals. The first one I ever saw. Hang on, I remember what happened. The first one I ever saw is whichever one it is where fucking The Rock is like in the hospital the whole movie, and then at the end he like looks out his window. He's in a fucking full cast. His arm was like shredded in the opening scene, and then he just like flexes out of his cast, and then he goes and fights. Like he just breaks the cast by just flexing in the
I
stupidest
think
shit ever, bro.
that's the sixth one, bro. I
Okay,
think that's when it
that's what
started getting ridiculous.
yeah, that's when I jumped. That's when I started watching them.
Jesus, you watched when it was going to shit.
Hey, bro, but I am down to watch all of them because I've been meaning to see them all. It's just like
Yeah,
I dread the dog shit part of it.
I don't think I've seen the eighth one, so I'm missing one.
What's crazy? Yeah,
I don't think
I
I've
don't think
seen
I
X
saw that one
either.
either. Yeah, I definitely didn't see that. There's one where oh, well, what's crazy is Tokyo Drift takes place in the future, and then so when they finally brought them back in whichever one it was, whatever number, and they go to space, the dude who plays the main character like looks like like a 30-40-year-old man, but he's supposed to be canonically like maybe like 20 because he's supposed to be a high schooler in Tokyo Drift. So it's like it looks so bad like when you think about it like
Airlines like
that.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, I don't even know why we're talking about this. This wasn't
Yeah,
even
we're. I was just about to say we're fucking
this is
going off on a
this wasn't
stupid
even
ass
on the
tangent.
list of news, bro. We weren't even gonna talk about Fast and the Furious. We're talking about G.I. Joe and Transformers.
All right, we just need to cut this part
All
out,
right,
bro.
no, leave it in. Leave it
Dude,
in.
no, bro.
Bro, no, leave it in, bro. Trust.
Okay, as far
Anyway,
as the Transformer stuff, I hope I brought it up. Actually, it was my fault because I said they should do a crossover, and then you were just like, remember what he said? I I hope these Transformers projects do well. I would like animated projects. There's two early in development ones. I would honestly not mind like an old school '90s Transformers media like television show. Something cool, man. Make it
Tight.
like the old animation style. Like the Amazing Spider-Man or something. The
Yeah, I
kids will eat it
mean,
up.
out of all these, I think I'm mostly excited for probably either the Michael Bay one. I just want to see. I just have a curiosity on if it's going to be bad or not. Or since I know Transformers 1 was good, I want to see what he's cooking up for a live action one. Like that's honestly probably more intriguing to me by a little bit. I don't give a shit about
Okay.
G.I. Joe. What a stupid
I-
ass post credit scene in Rise of the Beast, bro.
that movie's so bad.
Yeah, that movie.
What does he say? We're home team, right?
Oh
His
god, yeah.
little,
Speaking of that guy's in Ironheart, bro.
he's like, shut up.
Home team home team is Ironheart, bro. You gotta watch that. We can review that next week.
All right, I'll throw it on tonight, bro.
Do it, bro.
Um,
Honestly, it's a quick watch. It's only 6 episodes and they're all already up.
Could I do it while like playing a video game? So I gotta really pay
Oh
attention,
my
bro.
god,
I'm
bro.
just kidding.
Jesus.
Okay,
what's
I'll watch it
next?
and we'll review it.
Yeah.
All right, the next piece of news. This is actually a quick one.
Okay.
The Boys, the final season has wrapped filming.
Damn, what a run.
I'm excited for this. I honestly hope that they got Jensen Ackles and oh god, what's his name, bro? Don't do this to me.
Spit
His
it out.
brother on Supernatural.
Oh yeah. Well, they said they were giving him a role, didn't they say that?
Dude, why am I blanking?
I thought that was confirmed.
Padalecki. Yeah, well, I just heard that as rumors, but I never saw a post that fully confirmed it. But
I could have sworn it was, but I mean, regardless, I know that they're definitely bringing back Jensen Ackles. Like, there's no way they don't.
I hope they make him. I mean, I'm just. How does the show gonna end, bro? Because I know the comics is kind of shit.
Yeah.
I hear people saying the show is so much better than like the overly perverted, like just weird stuff that's in the comics.
The comics
So
are
I'm kinda
just
glad
straight
it's,
up like just
done in
like
something
it's just like
gore porn.
edgy. Yeah, it's just gore porn and just edgy for the sake of being edgy. Like it's like written by like a Discord like Reddit admin.
That's the perfect way to describe it.
But like yeah, the show is completely different, and the only thing it really shares is like I guess the characters. Like they've been there's a lot of stuff different. So
The character types.
yeah, I mean the show has been I'd say overall pretty consistent. I know that like season 3 or 4 for some people was a little. I think we said it was a little bit like on the nose for us. Like I mean it's never been like it's always been a little on the nose, but like it just felt like even more so in the last season. in
Yeah,
terms of like, because it's like it references like the real world a lot. Um, and I don't really care if it does. I think all things do that, but I just think I don't know. I think the first season, the first two at least, are like really good, and I think after that they're still good. But I don't know. Overall, I'd say consistently, it's all been pretty good.
I agree. I'm
So
just excited for the show to end. You know, it
yeah,
feels like we're reaching an era where like the biggest shows that have been on for the past 6, 7, or even 8 years are kind of ending. Like Stranger Things is ending, The Boys is ending.
it's
There's one
about
more show
time.
that's ending, but I'm forgetting. I think The Handmaid's Tale is ending.
Oh yeah, it is.
I never watched that, but I know it's very like impactful. But um, bro, Squid Game's probably gonna end. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, oh my god.
Netflix is probably gonna milk the shit out of that, bro.
Dude, they're making an American Squid Game spinoff like currently.
Dude, Beast
Like it's
Games.
confirmed. Oh my god.
Dude, they gotta make Mr. Beast. You know what they could actually do, bro? Is they should cast Jimmy as like into a serious role and just make it like American Squid Games. Some freaky shit, bro.
Bro, they should no, if they're gonna cast him, they should just like get his ass get like killed like crazy, bro.
He's
Have
like,
him.
hey, I'm Mr.
All right, Nick,
God,
what's
bro.
next?
All right, next. Next on the news. This is actually great news here. Vincent D'Onofrio says that there is plans for Daredevil Born Again season 3 already. Directly quoted from him, he says, "If they allow us to continue, we have a plan. It's up to the fans to watch to get excited. It's up to us to please them and get the story right."
Yeah, I
Sorry,
agree.
in my head I was reading that with like my Wilson Fisk voice.
Hey, let them please us, bro.
It's up to us to please them to get the story right.
I mean,
Did I die
oh
when
yeah,
I was a boy?
God. I mean, I'm hyped for more, bro. I'm a little sad that there's such a big gap in between like season 3 of Daredevil and like where we're at now. I feel like we've wasted time. Like, I mean, they're not getting any younger, bro. Like, I want to milk Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio as long as they can be in these roles, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
And John Bernthal too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we got don't we? I mean, I think we're both good hype for this, but don't we have other news with John Bernthal?
Oh yeah. So this is actually, I guess,
A good
relevant to that
segue.
news. A good segue, yeah. John Bernthal is going to be coming into the new Spider-Man movie. He's never been in like the franchise, but he's going to be in Brand New Day. John Bernthal is pretty much reprising his role as the Punisher. I wonder how that's going to work.
I'm really interested to see what they do with this.
He's just going to give Spider-Man like the bitch boy talk.
Well, like the thing is like
Go out
it's
there and do something.
I mean, like Spider-Man is on a whole other level, like in terms of like his strength and agility and speed than Daredevil or the Punisher. Like if he wanted to, he can like easily
He holds back.
subdue. Yeah, he holds back. You know, he's skinny as shit, but he's like supposed to be like extremely strong. Like he can catch a car and shit, bro. So like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm excited to see how they do this. I'm really interested as well because I the movie's not gonna be rated R. It's gonna be PG-13. So like
Yeah.
John Bernthal can't be going around dropping like an F bomb every time. And maybe he gets one. You know, I think you're allowed one and keep it PG-13.
Let's fucking
Um,
do this.
but I mean, I don't know. I'm really intrigued to see what they do, especially like where we left off last with Spider-Man. I mean, now he's like no one knows who he is. It's like a fresh start. He's like straight up like the Spider-Man from the comics now where he's got no tech. It's just like a homemade suit. He's poor, living in an apartment on his own. Like and the last one we got the with great power comes great responsibilities. So like it really feels really cool. It feels like I know a lot of people hate on it now, but they weren't hating on it when it came out. But I really feel like the like home trilogy, like Homecoming and Far From Home, all that. I feel like all of them are kind of like an extended origin story, which is really cool, you know? Like the other two, like the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, they do the Uncle Ben thing and the great power and all that. They do that like in the first like 40 minutes to an hour of the movie. Whereas this one feels like they did like this long new origin, which I like, you know. I know a lot of people want to see like the exact stories and from comics like just remade in live action, but I'm all for people adapting and like creating new stuff. Like and I think I really like how they did it. I think it's really cool seeing him interact with Iron Man and all the stuff they did with that, and in the Avengers movies. And I'm hyped that after we did all of that, now we get to see like an adaptation of Spider-Man, like how we know him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the way that they did it is kind of like a backwards sort of like trilogy origin, where like we get all these lessons and like the impactful story beats like at the on the
Tight.
third movie, which is probably the peak. I'm excited for this new movie. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see, you know, I mean, bro, you saw how hard Tom Holland went against the Green Goblin, bro. He was like
Bro, it's
beating the
hard
shit
as
out of him,
fuck.
bro. I'm excited. You know, I hope
Nathan
that maybe
Drake,
him and
bro.
Daredevil act as like
Not Daredevil boy.
the devil and the angel. I mean, look, we don't know, bro. Daredevil can maybe pop up too.
You know what? See, like that's the thing. Like I really hope he does. I think we saw something. Vincent D'Onofrio said that there's some legal issue which prevents his version of Kingpin appearing in any official movies, like theatrical releases, which is insane. Like I don't understand what that is. We don't know what it is, but I think he recently said something like that, which kind of sucks because I bet you the whole reason why he said that is probably because he knew that they were trying to get John Bernthal in it and they were, you know what I mean? So they probably, I guess he can't be in it. Maybe they can mention him by name, you know, reference him, but I don't think they can show him legally, which sucks. But at least we're getting, you know, the Punisher. And who knows? Maybe, like you said, maybe there'll be a Daredevil like surprise because I think we can get him, but I don't know.
I would love to see it.
I agree.
All right. Moving on to the next piece of news. Scarlett Johansson has become the highest grossing actor of all time worldwide.
That's insane. I saw that right before we recorded this. This is like news to me.
I can't believe that.
I mean, if you think about it, she's in like so much stuff, man. So much.
Let's see how much we can name. She's in Her. She's in Iron Man.
She's in Lost in Translation.
Yeah, I was about to say that. She's in Jurassic World. She's in that Lucy movie.
She's in Under the Skin.
Avengers. Under the Skin.
All of the event. Yeah, she's in. Have you not heard of Under the Skin?
What? Is that the one where he's like doing surgery on the chick?
I've never seen it. It's been on my list for years.
It does look good.
She's
that director actually, Pedro Almodovar, is really good.
Yeah, she's in Asteroid City.
That's true.
Jojo Rabbit.
What?
Jojo Rabbit.
Hey, she's in Transformers 1. She's in Transformers 1.
Oh, you're right. She is.
She's done some voice work.
She was recently in The Phoenician Scheme, Wes Anderson's most recent movie.
I still got to see that, dude. I fumbled.
Yeah. She was in Marriage Story.
Oh, that's actually a good movie. That's a fire movie.
She was in Chef, that Jon Favreau film.
Really?
Yeah. Did you not see Chef?
I've seen it, but I don't. Oh,
dude,
wait. He was his girlfriend, dude.
Yeah, he was hitting it.
Dude. Bro wrote himself into that. He's like, yeah, so you're my girlfriend?
Dude.
Happy, bro.
She's in, what else? She's in so much.
She's in so much. So, you know what? It doesn't surprise me.
She's in Sing. She's in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Wait, she's in Sing?
Yeah. You know, like the one with the pig singing? And
Yeah.
She's the oh shit, I forgot. I saw that shit like once, like, and I was low-key on my phone.
I think she's the little the pine, the fucking, what is it called? Porcupine.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the point is she's in everything, bro.
Yeah.
She was in Ghost in the Shell that time they made her Asian.
Oh my god. That's what I was. Well, when I said Lucy, I was like, "There's another movie where she plays like a killer,
yeah,
or like some type of like agent." Yeah, she's in a lot of shit. So, hey, shout out to Scarlett Johansson. I'm gonna go support her newest movie soon.
Oh, yeah, she should go sent
Jurassic World Rebirth. I saw Jaden's review about it though. He gave it like a 2.5.
Yeah, I'm hearing it's pretty mid, but I mean, I'm still gonna give it a chance, bro. Even if it's mid, I'm gonna see it. I like dinosaurs.
I'm gonna see it. Oh my god, the dinosaurs. All right, moving on to the next piece of news. This is actually related to, I guess, Scarlett Johansson. 2025 has now seen 3 major box office records broken.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is the biggest 4th of July weekend opening ever was Jurassic World Rebirth. The biggest Memorial Day weekend box office ever was Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible. And then the final one is the biggest animation movie ever, whatever that means, is Neza 2, which I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Everyone in the comments are like, what?
Yeah, I've not heard of that. I mean, maybe it's like,
it's probably fire.
I mean, sure. I mean, if it's making money, maybe it is. But I've seen nothing on it over here. Maybe it's just not in America. Maybe in the US. In the US, they're not advertising it as much.
Let's see what
Um,
this is about.
but I mean, I'm actually. I mean, the Jurassic World Dominion, even though people said it was awful, it still made like $1 billion, didn't it?
That's why I hate when they just make those movies because it's like every year they're just cash grabbing movies, bro. Like the stories are always like it's never you're never gonna capture the what is it called, the magic of the first one because like we've seen
Oh
the
yeah.
dinosaurs, right? So
Well,
you
that
just gotta have a really good story. You know, maybe there's books to go off of
I mean,
too.
that's why
I
the
think
first one
that's
was so good though, because like now nobody like freaks out when you see a dinosaur on screen, but like back
yeah.
then, like that was people were like, "Holy shit!" Like I've
It was like
never
Jaws.
seen. Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. It was like Jaws. It was like I've never seen something like this on film before. Like I'm pretty sure they used like animatronics and puppeteers for like the dinosaurs in the first one, and they do use some early CGI, but like it just looks so good. Like, oh my god, I
Yeah.
can't. And like I don't know, I think you could still make like good movies. Like, I don't think like the big thing of the first one had was that it's like, oh, like we've never seen this on screen before. But like now you need to just make a good story because like people aren't like seeing a T-Rex on screen isn't enough, you know? Because like,
Yeah.
I like the first Jurassic World, even though it's pretty much just like a retelling of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that movie is good.
Like it's
It's just like,
simple.
yeah, you just need to have a good story.
I'm surprised. I mean, hey, it looks like it's making money, bro, despite the mid. And I've
Cash grab.
heard Lilo and Stitch as well is almost like at 1 billion. So I had no idea there was so many records being broken. And I haven't seen
Hey,
any of these movies.
we'll see, bro.
Yes.
You gotta watch Zena too.
Dude, yeah, I'll
You
have to
can't,
look up
you
what
can't
that
even
even
see it here.
is.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up while you
All
talk.
right, last piece of news while you're looking it up. This is actually this is kind of a funny bit to end off of. So, bringing it back to Marvel Studios, supposedly the wardrobe that was used in Ryan Coogler's Sinners
Oh yeah.
were supposed to be, um, extra pieces of wardrobe to be used for Blade, but that never happened. Obviously Ryan Coogler's not directing anymore. So Marvel Studios just donated that, and it was used in his movie. And if you've seen Sinners, like that movie has a lot to do with time and ancestry and stuff like that. So there's a scene where a bunch of people are wearing like period piece, like a villager, or there's like a DJ, stuff like that. I'm sure they played around with it, but I don't know if that gave away, what the potential plot for Blade could have been under Ryan Coogler's direction.
Yeah. So this is kind of embarrassing because like Marvel's been trying
Embarrassing.
to think about it, bro. Because like Marvel's been trying to make the Blade movie for like I don't know how long, like 5 or 6 years now. And I guess they were gonna do some sort of period piece because, like you said, all the costumes. I think Ryan Coogler bought them for his production to save money, or Marvel Studios is trying to like recoup a loss because they were like, "Damn, we made all these costumes for Blade, and it's currently like completely on hold until the next Avengers movies are done." Um, so I guess Ryan Coogler got a good deal. Marvel, there was a mutual thing. But yeah, I guess this would have taken place around the same time that Sinners takes place. I mean, oh, what I was saying, what's embarrassing about it is the fact that Ryan Coogler, this is a vampire movie as well, and it's like I think he said he wrote the script in 2 months for Sinners, and it's like, brother, like
Oh,
how the fuck
damn.
is Marvel not writing a Blade script in 6 years, bro?
Maybe he did it to like just be like, look, you're not gonna let me make the movie. Let me just go write some shit. And he went up to the door and was like, yo, can I get my costumes? I wrote my shit.
Dude, I hope that one
I
day
wrote my
we
movie.
I hope that one day we get like a documentary that explains what happened behind the scenes with this Blade movie because I do think we're gonna get one at some point. I don't at this point I don't know if it's gonna have Mahershala Ali in it anymore because he's like in his 50s now, bro. He was like in his mid early to mid 40s when it was
Jeez.
announced. You
Yeah.
know, like now he's Jesus, bro. Like if they waste him, bro, oh my god, Jesus, insane L, bro. Like unspeakable, unfathomable fat L, bro. Vania
Because
L.
Samuel, just make Samuel Jackson Blade. What's up, motherfucker? Oh
Oh
wait, no,
my
he's
god.
Nick Fury. Never mind.
Dude, no
Fucking
way he
forgot, bro.
forgot he's Nick Fury, bro.
Bro, he's played him since like what 2008.
2008, yeah.
Bro, it's gonna almost be like 20 years in, bro. He's a vet.
Jeez, but I do okay. I think they'll make it, but I think it may or may not be of Mahershala Ali at this point, but I think we will see it, but it won't be probably until you know what's crazy? It probably won't be till past 2030, which is nuts.
Fuck. They need to get
Earliest
Tom Cruise over
2029,
there.
bro. Hey, I
You know
agree.
Tom Cruise gets shit done, bro.
God, but yeah. Hey, you ready for
All
F1?
right. Actually, we have one more piece of news.
Oh
This is a
shit.
quick one.
Okay,
Matt Reeves has officially turned in his script for the Batman 2.
let's go.
Speaking about shit that takes too long, bro.
Well, at least he's actually writing it, bro. Like these, I don't know what these people were doing.
Yeah,
bro.
you're right. You're right. I every time we have brought this up, I've time and time again, you can go back. I've said, let this dude cook. Like, let him write. I don't think he just feels immense pressure. I think, good things just take time, bro. This movie's going to be insane. It's going to build upon the first one. We might get, I keep hearing stuff, bro. Bryan Cranston is Mr. Freeze.
Hey,
These are all just stupid
we
fan
gonna
theories,
see.
though,
You never know.
I don't
But
know.
I
I wonder how much he's told James Gunn too.
I'm sure I mean, James Gunn must have read the script by now.
Yeah,
I
it's
do
fire.
know. I think this was. I don't know if this was a rumor. I don't even know if we talked about it on the podcast or not. But there was supposedly like it wasn't just Matt Reeves like taking forever. Like I think he obviously has his writing process, which I mean, he's probably ironing this. He wants to be perfect. You want to take your time, make sure it's good. But but I heard there was a rumor where someone supposedly said, "Oh, um, there's another reason why it's taking so long to write this script, and whenever y'all hear what it is, you're gonna feel bad that because Matt Reeves is like dealing with some personal like health stuff." And they said it like he said, "Oh, similar to the Chadwick Boseman situation, where if you remember, sadly, like before he passed away, there was a video he
Yeah.
posted, and he was like, "Oh, hey guys, like, uh, shout out to this or something. I don't know, something like that." And then everyone in the comments, because he was skinny, because he was on chemo and all that, and everyone in the comments are like, "Oh, crack Panther," and like just making all these
Dude.
crazy jokes, bro. And then he died. So like, but I do think the person did say, "Oh, I'm not saying that Matt Reeves has cancer or anything like that, but like it is a health related thing that is like kind of put his work on pause." And he didn't say it's him either. So it could be a loved one. It could be, I don't know if his mom is still alive or not. Probably not. He's already like 50. I don't know if it's like a brother or sister. I don't know. Someone just said that there's some personal thing happening that has played into that and why it's taken so long, which if that's true, then like, I mean, I get it,
Yeah, that sucks. That's why I've kind of always just been like, it's fine. Let him write. Maybe
Let
he's
him
not
cook.
writing sometimes. Yeah, let him live life, bro.
But yeah, I mean, hey, it's finally been turned in, and I think we got an approximate release date, right? It's like
I don't even believe in them anymore, bro.
well, because we were supposed
Anything
to,
being pushed back, bro. Avengers being
yeah,
pushed back.
well, dude, we were supposed to get it. I think in like what 2023 or 4,
Yeah.
and then it pushed to this year. Now it's probably
That was today.
it's I think
You
it's gonna
fucking
be
toad.
yeah, I think it's gonna be probably 2027 at this point.
All right, well, I'm
That's
gonna throw in my
nuts.
predictions. 2027.
I mean, look, we're already like midway through 2025, and I think Robert Pattinson has another movie already like
Yeah,
lined
dude's
up.
book.
Isn't he gonna be in Dune?
Fuck.
Like the third one?
Get him out of Dune, bro. Or at least
Get him out of Dune.
the only person I could think they could make him in Dune would be like, because like the second book Messiah, bro, is crazy. There's like aliens and shit. They're called like lilacs. So I don't know if he's gonna be in like a suit or just maybe like a one-off character. I don't know.
Yeah, this says
Because
that
Austin Butler pulls up in that movie, but he's not in it for long.
I looked it up. It says that the Batman 2 is supposedly releasing in 2027.
I'm gonna see it till I'm 30, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna be old as hell.
Well, throwing in my bets. I'm hoping to see Mandat. I'm hoping to see Hush. I'm hoping maybe to see Killer Croc.
Mm.
and then maybe Mr. Freeze. I don't know. These are all
Damn,
wacky ass
motherfucker,
villains,
motherfucker
bro.
threw in six villains, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm throwing in all those cards. If one of them hits, then hey, I
You're
called
right.
it.
Throwing the
Just
whole
making
damn
this a
rogues
guess.
gallery, bro. And it's
Okay,
like,
it's like actually, matter of fact, throwing his whole villain
God, dude.
list.
Hey, bro. Well, I'm hyped, and I'm even more hyped that it's time for F1.
Yes, it is, bro.
All right.
Let's get to the start line
Let's
with this review.
so this came out relatively recently, so let's give a little 5-ish minute non-spoiler section. Is there much to spoil in this? I feel like I guess there is technically, but there's not that many twists and
Yeah,
turns, right?
I mean, on the track there always are, Josh.
Dude.
Think about it.
I mean, like,
I feel like there isn't a lot to spoil. Yeah, like this movie, I feel like I put a lot of sports movies in like a category of there are stakes, but it's always kind of like either they win the thing at the end or they don't,
yeah.
And it's like I don't think that makes the movie any less, but it's like it does make it kind of predictable,
Well, I mean,
you know.
I think you can spoil this one because there is a little like interesting aspect to this. I mean, this is in the trailer, so like I won't this isn't a spoiler really, but like in the trailer, you know that there's like a young guy played by what's his name again? Something Idris Elba's son.
Damson Idris.
Yeah, so
Damson.
he plays like a rookie in the F1 team, and then Brad Pitt is like the veteran, the old guy. And I guess even though they're both on the same team, it's about them, like they're kind of at odds, because like one's young, one's old, one does things differently. So I guess there is stuff you could spoil because you don't know how that's going to turn out. I feel like that's a big source of the drama within the film. So I
Yeah,
get,
I agree.
yeah, and that
Um,
I like that aspect of it.
yeah, I think definitely that relationship in the film is definitely like the most interesting because I think Brad Pitt does probably one of my favorite performances, dude. I feel like everything I've seen him in, whether it's like Inglorious Bastards or Fight Club, Meeting Joe Black, he has like a real charm to him, kind of like Adam Sandler. But this role feels like it's really serious, and I kind of felt for this character because Brad Pitt's character, he went through something early in his career that kind of like made him fall off, and so in this movie, you see him coming back as kind of like a redemption for that, and it was just cool to watch him and Damson like, kind of butt heads a bit and kind of have to learn to work together. Because I didn't know in F1, there's pairs of racers.
Oh yeah, there's two.
So
Yeah,
there's two people on the track, and depending on your lap times, you can get ahead if both of y'all are locked in. But I definitely agree. Like that relationship is the best part of the movie. This is shot really well. This is actually directed by Joseph Kosinski. This guy did Top Gun Maverick to be specific. He did Tron Legacy. He did Oblivion. Apparently, he's gonna do Top Gun 3.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Top Gun Maverick as it's the working title. No, I'm just playing. He also did. No way, this dude did Twisters. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, did he?
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
what I
AI
thought.
is bullshitting, bro.
God,
Maybe he
no way you looked Google.
Maybe he
bro.
was a producer.
Bro, I'll use a reliable source, bro. I'm gonna use Letterbox.
You did Letterbox? Okay.
Let's see. I'll tell you everything.
Apparently, he had a
bro.
freaking Tron Legacy sequel planned, but they didn't.
Mm.
Actually, Tron Ares is coming out.
Oh, he directed Spiderhead, that movie with Chris Hemsworth and
I never saw that.
Miles Teller. I never saw it. It was on Netflix. I remember Jaden liked it, but I never watched it.
Bro, he likes though.
He does like It says for Twisters, he worked on the story of Twisters.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, I agree. But I think for me, I think the biggest selling point of this movie is the camera work, the cinematography, the way it's filmed. Like, I think it's evident after seeing Top Gun Maverick that this is basically Top Gun Maverick, but cars. Like, that's what this movie is. Honestly, like, I can understand if you're somebody who's not into, like, I guess that aspect of it. I can see where you think this is just kind of okay, because at the end of the day, without spoiling anything, the story, when you just look at it from like a, I don't know, like non-flashy point of view, it is pretty, like, I don't want to say generic, but like just like, like it's we've seen stories like this before, it's like a redemption story. comeback
It's like a
story.
regular show episode, bro. You know, like they fall, they do the training montage. There's a lot of races in this. I will say
There
this
are,
movie does take you around the world. Like it's
yeah.
fucking cool.
There's more than just
Uh,
like, a first race, a middle race, and a final race. There's a couple. Like I've lost track.
there's like 7, bro. I think
Yeah, but
there's
like,
a lot.
but they're all entertaining. Like they're all done well. Each one like adds something to the story. So like, I think overall, despite the main like baseline story being one that may not be like brand new or anything crazy, I think the way it's done is new, and I think it kind of holds it up on its own because the camera work is just so good. Oh my god, like the way that these races are filmed, like that's the highlight for me. Like, oh my god.
I agree. Yeah, the cinematography in this was crazy. I love one of my most favorite shots is when they would like hook up the actual camera to the car that was driving,
Yeah.
so you would just get like a first person POV of like the road.
Hmm.
You could see it turning. They also had a mechanism that would rotate the camera like 180,
That was
so it
cool.
would go
Yeah.
from the driver's POV to like the front of the car. And also the sound design. I mean, just hearing like
Yeah.
the roar of the engines and like them curving through different roads. I feel like that was all really well done. And I believe, did we see this in IMAX or was it just standard? Because it
It
felt like,
was it was AVX
yeah, it was,
or
AVX. Okay.
RPX. RPX or AVX. No, it's AVX because it's not. It's we saw it at Santico. It's not
Yeah, it's
Regal.
like audio visual experience.
Experience. Yeah.
So yeah, that I feel like that also contributed to like my enjoyment of the film. But
Yeah.
super solid movie. I think it's doing very well domestically. Let's check the box office.
Yeah. Check that. Look
Box
that
office
thing up,
mojo.
bro. Box office
Um,
mojo.
that's what I use, bro.
What are you
So
seeing?
right now, worldwide, it's nearly $300 million.
Okay.
Just domestically, it's 109. It's going crazy over international.
How much did it cost to make? What was the budget?
Budget. Let's check the budget.
Come on, Nick. That way you don't see it right there on Office Mojo, bro.
They don't actually. These head asses don't have it set up.
That
Right,
seems like something that you would put right next to it, bro. No way they're throwing.
200 to 300 million. So it's just broke even.
Ooh,
Why are
shit.
movies so expensive, dude? Fuck.
I mean, dude, they
I
had
mean,
a.
I get they filmed like. God damn.
Oh fuck! I mean,
I
we
mean,
were
all
just
those-
glazing, saying I was doing pretty well. It's like, ooh, it just broke even.
Well, this movie is still very recent. It came out late
Yeah,
June.
I mean,
still early
but the
July.
thing
Like I
is
feel like
like Superman's about to come out. Like the
yeah,
Fantastic Four is
he's
about
about
to
to
come out.
kill it.
Yeah, like I mean, hope it might have legs. You never know, but I think it's worth seeing. Like for non spoilers, I think if you want to, even if you're not a fan of racing, because I'm not even into F1. I've never watched F1 in my life. Low key, I was gonna skip Nick, bro. I've never watched
Yeah.
F1 in my life. I was gonna skip this low key just because I like at first when I heard about it, I was like, oh, okay, like a racing movie, like, like I had other things that were more interesting to me. But I will say, when I heard who was directing it, and I was like, okay, hang on, this might be a little heat because I know that he cooked with Maverick. And I am glad to say that if you liked Maverick, I think you'll like this, and I think you should go see it. And yeah, that's my non-spoiler review.
I agree. If you're a fan of Maverick, and even if you don't know anything about flying jets or driving cars, you'll
Tight.
definitely enjoy this.
Are you ready to spoil some things, bro?
I guess so.
All right,
Let's get into the
so
spoilers.
the biggest spoiler in this movie is that what is big
Damson
spoiler?
Idris likes Sunny Hayes.
Oh yeah,
She
they.
kind of wants him. You said she was old.
Oh my
She's
god.
very handsome.
Oh, I forgot about that. I mean, it's there's not much to spoil like we were saying. I think the biggest thing you can spoil, and it's not even that
There are
big.
spoilers, man. There's
I
because it
mean,
is a story. It's like a fictional story.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, but like most people go into this thinking that, oh, it's gonna be he's gonna win at the end, and he does win. But I will say at a certain point, I thought they were gonna do a little twist thing where because I'm fully expecting him to win, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, he's gonna finally get his redemption, win an F1 championship. But then I was thinking for a second, oh, what if he's like, you know what, like let me like help this kid win instead. And they almost do that.
yeah,
They did a fake out. They had him do a little sacrifice to give him like the lead, but then the kid does a sacrifice back and gives him the lead and lets him win. And he's like, "Hey, bro, like Like you got to win. Like I got like my whole career ahead of me. Like, but like I learned from you. It's that sort of thing. So like it is a little like not I mean, I don't want to use the word generic because it has like a bad connotation to it, but you know what I mean? Like there's not the story isn't anything like like revolutionary, you know what I mean? I think
A
it's
little
more
like it's a little like Karate Kid too, you know, when Daniel San's like glazing Mr. Miyagi.
I mean, well, actually, what I did like how the kid is like arrogant and like, but again,
Yeah,
that's not like anything new. You know, a lot of movies have like, oh, the rookie
yeah.
who's
I mean,
arrogant.
dude's like dripped out. He's in a club.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they're clearly two different age gaps because Brad Pitt's character Sonny Hayes was like big in the '90s in the Formula One race. He gets into a bad accident that pretty much screws up his spine, I believe.
hmm
And now he kind of just we find him at the beginning of the movie just racing wherever, you know, trying to like, you know, win some money here and there. Sometimes it's not even about like winning the trophy because sometimes he'll win first place.
yeah.
We see him do that at the Daytona 500, which was really cool. Um, but yeah, seeing them butt heads was really cool because, you know, Damson Idris' character is really just like cocky and he thinks he's the shit. Um, and then Brad Pitt's character, you see him come in as like the older kind of like experienced dude, but literally the first race he like auditions, he fucks up the car. Like you see him mess up a lot.
That's
And
true.
so like seeing him and like Dempsey me just kind of like build, you know, build off of each other and be like, look, we can't be like button heads on the road. Like if we want to win one of these things, we got to like actually lock in, like team up. And so seeing that each race progressively get better actually had me kind of rooting for them. You know, it's a classic underdog story, but you know, you love to see it, bro. That is a very like obvious trope of sports movies, but I think it was really done well here.
Yeah, I agree with you. It is a little like tropey, I guess, for like a sports film, but I think the way that it's shot, I think it makes up for it. I think like you said, it's done in a very it's in a way that keeps you very engaged. Like I was never bored at any point. In fact, I think all the scenes outside of the race are entertaining and had like a enough drama in it to where I'm like, okay, like I'm rooting for this to happen or I want to know what's gonna happen. But yeah, I think let me see, what did I write on Letterbox? I said the cam work in this film blows me away. Despite this movie being 2.5 hours, I felt so engaged the entire way through. Great performances, amazing filmmaking. The plot slash story and its characters are a bit by the books, but everything is done so unbelievably well that I don't care. Like, I mean, yeah, that's basically what I was just saying. Like, I feel like the way it's made, the camera work, how it's moving on the cars, it's turning, the performances, I feel like all of that was enough to make this stand on its own rather than just be like just another like sports movie.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes that stuff can just elevate a movie to, you know, where it's good. And of
Mhm.
course the performances and shit. But yeah, I agree with you. Like there was enough drama in between the races. Like Brad Pitt's trying to get with some girl on his team.
Oh, yep.
We see him like building their car out for combat because Brad Pitt's like, yo, we just gotta fucking start we just gotta start penalizing motherfuckers.
I like
Um
I like how there's like comedic parts in this. Like I liked how this is another I guess kind of spoiler. Um the I guess like the one of the heads owners of the team that they're on, he wants them to fail because if they fail, he gets I forget what it is, but he's able to like fire Javier Bardem's
yeah,
character
he's pretty
and
much able to like I think just either liquidate or get rid of like the racing team and he gets like a
yeah.
cut to like invest into something new.
Yeah, so he
It's
offers
fun.
like Brad Pitt's character a deal at one point, and he's like, "Oh, like I'll even bring you on because you're good at this. Like you understand the ins and outs." I think he says he'll replace like Javier in his job with him. I think is what he offers him. He's like, "Oh, I'll let him go, and you can like do the job because you know what you're to do, what you're doing." And oh, and he also he forges some like documents about their like combat car, which is helping them win with the aerodynamics. He forges some papers and gets them to where one race, since they're looking into to see if they're actually forged or not. Since they're looking into it, they have to use their last design, which is not built for combat. So you find out that this guy is basically like I guess of the villain of the story, and I think that adds for some like kind of comedic moments in the end where in the finale he's like watching and like as people are expecting him to be hyped because people are like, oh shit, like Brad Pitt's back, like isn't he? And then he's like, oh yeah, like wow, and he's like playing both sides, and it's kind of
You
funny
see
to
them
see
like
his
steal
reactions.
first, and he's just like, "Shit,
Yeah,
shit."
yeah. And oh, this one part where they're like debating if it's legal or not, and he's and everyone's just like, "Oh man, like that's got to be a call for us." And he's just like, "I mean, like I wanted to be for us, but like if I'm being honest, like and unbiased, like yeah, like he's out
Yeah,
like that." And
he
like
does say that.
that part's funny. Like I
Dude
liked
is
all of
like
that.
reverse glazing, bro. Oh god. I feel like that dude should have got punched in the movie, honestly. Like maybe not too far. So honestly, I won't lie. Sonny Hayes, the character they made, is like super chill. He's like he lives in a fucking camper van. He
Yeah,
has
he
like a deck of
vibing.
cards. You know, he has like his little idiosyncrasies for like a character. I will say a funny part for me is when they cut back to the 1990s, like Brad Pitt, like young Brad Pitt, Sonny Hayes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's just because like seeing it for the first time on like we see a magazine cover of him like you know in like a yellow tracksuit like next to his car. That kind of made me laugh because I was like, damn, I haven't seen Brad Pitt in the 90s in like a minute. Like
Yeah.
it was a pretty good like photo like edit, but and also Javier Bardem. They go back like really far, and then we of course see Javier Bardem like approach him about driving for his team. I think it's like Apex GP is the team,
I forget
but
what it is. Is it a real team or is it a fictional one? It's
I'm pretty
probably
sure it's
fictional.
fiction, bro.
Yeah, it must be fictional.
Unless a real fucking team was like, yeah, bro, just use us.
I mean, I would. That's great marketing, bro. But it's
I
probably
know. I
fictional.
mean, there's a lot of very famous like F1 racers and just different celebrities that pop up in this movie in the background. So I feel like if you're an F1 fan, like you would obviously notice them. But
Yeah. I was gonna say that too, because like I recognize like names like I've heard the name Lewis Hamilton, but like I don't know
yeah,
shit about that
Lewis
person.
Hamilton.
I don't know anything about them, but like you see their name on the leaderboard at one point, and I they may appear. I don't know. I can't say that for a fact because I don't know what they look like. I don't know if that's a person or a team or what. But yeah, like Nick said, I'm sure if you're an F1 fan, there's probably little Easter eggs for the fans of the F1.
Max Verstappen. He's like a Dutch
Don't know who
driver,
that is, bro.
bro. He won like the World Drivers Championship. I think like in 2 years,
Hey, you saying this
like
like
2021 and then last year.
saying this like I care, bro.
Well, they always say his name when like people are like, "Oh, when I come quick," they're like, "I'm like
Huh?
Verstappen," because like
What?
because he's
What?
so fast.
What?
All right, never mind, bro. It's a meme. It's a meme. It's a meme. Trust.
Okay, sure.
Um,
I mean, what else you got
there's
to say?
also
Oh yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah.
also a lot of crashes in this. There's a
There
moment where
are.
you
Oh
actually think
yeah.
they call him JP. His name is Joshua Pierce. I'm
Mhm.
remembering now. But
Yeah,
there's a
there you go.
part where people are actually clowning this part of the movie. His character, a broken piece of like a car, something's on the road, and these cars are going so fast that like you see him just like hit it barely, and his car just goes flying. People were like clowning that moment, but that actually happened on the same like I think in either in the same arena or on that same corner to a
Mhm.
real driver. So people were saying the explosion was a little much, but at that point in the movie, I actually thought that that character died. Like I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
I thought they were gonna
I was
die
like,
too.
it did keep me guessing because I was like, damn, is this just gonna be like now like Sonny Hayes kind of like racing for this kid? Like,
Yeah.
is he gonna have someone step up as a replacement?
What I did like is actually, I think you said that he hit a piece of thing. He didn't hit anything. What it was is it was raining. Like they're like, oh, like this rain forecast, and it rained during the race, and then it was all wet. And
Took a corner.
they have like comms like while racing, and Brad Pitt was telling him, hey, like when I'm gonna like do this move and give you like this lead past me, he's like, but don't pass that person until after this turn. He's like, you'll have time. But he got ahead of himself and he was like, oh, like I can pass him right now. And normally without rain, he probably could and still be good. But he does it, he doesn't listen to him, and then he flips and crashes. And I think there's like a line where JP's mom is like, "Oh, like fuck you, bro. Like you're playing dangerous, and like look what happened to my son." But then later on, the son's like, "Hey, bro, that was all me. Like he actually told me not to do that." And and when he's in the simulator, he keeps trying to like pass like how what he was trying to do, and then finally he's like, "You know what? Like." let me try what Sonny Hayes told me to do. And when he does it, he sees that, oh my god, I would have won. So like I thought that was a cool little subplot, little plot line thing. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I I feel like tying back to it because I feel like I have a lot to say still. Like
bet you do.
it does do a switch where like you think, oh, is this kid just gonna win the race? You know, who's gonna like pull ahead to get them the win? I like how it ends with Brad Pitt kind of like winning for this kid, but
Mhm.
I feel like still at the end of the story we see Joshua Pierce like more mature than when he came
Oh
in. You know,
yeah,
he's
for
like you said,
sure.
he's really cocky. He's treating some girl on his team like shit because like I mean, it's she did fuck up.
She
She
did
left like
mess
a
up.
drill
Yeah.
over the car where they do the pit
He
stop,
drove
which is like a
over it,
6
yeah.
second tire change. But we see him go from like cocky to kind of. There's a scene where he's hanging out at the club and some girl like sits down and like I think she asked to like for him to introduce him to like another driver, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll go get him," and then he just like dips. I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
we kind of see him mature a bit to be like, "All right, I got to take this serious." And also back to what you were saying, like Brad Pitt's character knew like, oh, like you know, it was Joshua's fault. Like I told him not to do it. I don't know if he intentionally like didn't correct her or just like felt so guilty, but you know, it gave Joshua like a chance to tell his mom himself. You know, maybe
Mhm.
those were just moments of growth and stuff. So
Yeah.
if they made like a F2, come on, bro, I'm gonna
F2,
watch.
bro?
No, I'm just kidding. Formula 2. No, I feel like it ends off really well, but it's still satisfying. Where like, you know, I can imagine, you know, when you imagine like how would this movie keep continuing? I could see his character, you know, winning and becoming famous like he wanted to. You know,
Mhm.
he's
Yeah,
part of an F1 winning team. You know, his life was
he
changed.
locked in. Yeah, I like how, I think, like, at the end, he goes to the beach and he goes because originally,
Oh, that
like
part's so cool.
yeah, yeah, he just wants to, like, do little races, and they're like, "Oh, man, like, you're the guy that just won F1, like, oh, we couldn't pay you that much." He's like, "Oh, like, I don't care, bro, like, I just like vibing.
Yeah, it's not about the money.
Ain't about the money, but"
Actually, I mean, taking it back to the finale as well. When he does win the race, we actually get a full like 1 to 2 minute sequence of him completing a final lap, which is crazy.
Oh,
But the
yeah.
way they did it in the sound design, everything kind of gets quiet and you just hear like the motor, but it's mainly just like Hans Zimmer's score and like you driving, which we haven't even mentioned. Hans Zimmer did the score for this and absolutely killed it. Like,
As he should.
I feel like I'm getting kind of like Dark Knight vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Not Dark Knight, maybe like Inception, but like the, you know, the
Mhm.
violin. But
Yeah.
that whole sequence is cool where we're driving down the track to that. Honestly, I think that's worth going to see the movie again. Because Brad Pitt's character explains, you know, he says he doesn't really know what he's racing for, but we see it actually happen. And he says, you know, sometimes when I'm driving on the road, everything just goes quiet and like I'm free or something like that. So
Yeah.
I like how that was visualized at the end and we see him win the race. Like it's really
Yeah.
satisfying. You know,
Yeah, I
I think
liked it, yeah. I like
well
how it
this
was
movie, yeah,
well,
it was just
what you were saying was, like, he mentioned it to the girl, the love interest, I keep forgetting her name, but she's, like, the car designer on the team, and,
yeah.
he mentioned it to her, how he's like, "Oh, man, like, I remember when I was, like, younger, like, I guess when he was like first doing F1, he said like, "Oh yeah, like I got in this zone and it just felt like I was flying or whatever." And he says like, "Oh, and like since then I've been like trying to like get that again, but like I haven't." And so it was cool to see like I guess he like locked in and like how you were talking about like the score combined for like sound design for that scene and it doesn't it's not just like a 10-20 second thing like you said it goes on for like the full final lap I think and it goes hard, bro. Because I'm like, "Oh, shit,"
Yeah.
like, I know he's
It
gonna
almost
win,
feels
but
like
yeah.
yeah, it feels like you're watching it from the character's eyes, honestly, because the way they do the camera, like you're strapped into the car and you're just driving this lap with him, and then you see him like cross the finish line and he wins. Like
Hey,
it's
bro.
really cool. And it feels like when we met Sonny Hayes in the beginning, you know, he would just race for the money, even though he won the Daytona 500. Like he didn't even want the trophy.
Yeah.
But when he gets it in this race, he has it, I think, passed off to Javier Bardem.
Yes,
He's
sir.
just like, oh no, I give him the trophy. But you know, he saves the club. Like you said, he does go to the beach. I think he's in like Mexico. I like how he's driving like a Baja style like van.
Yeah.
Um, and you know, hey, what's next for Sonny Hayes? We don't know, but
Hey, we're never gonna
he's
see
gonna
him
be
again.
driving for that feeling.
Yeah, I
I
think
feel like a really
overall, this is, like, a pretty fun. I liked it way more than I low key expected.
yeah. There's also funny moments too when like we're seeing like these 6 or 7 races in the movie. There's like an over voice dude that's like, explaining the race pretty well. But there's also like them talking to each other on the radio and stuff. And there's some funny moments too there. Like the dialogue between like them driving these $1 million cars and the drivers are like, don't do this. And they're like,
Yeah.
nah, fuck you, bro. Pretty much Joshua Pierce.
Hey, low key.
Bro crashed out.
Nick, what are you rating this film?
I think I gave this a 4.5. Let me check my letterbox, but right now I'm feeling like a strong 4.5.
Okay,
Yeah, I gave it a 4.5 on letterbox. This movie is just really enjoyable. The story, while it's kind of like tropey, like in the usual style of a sports movie, the production design, the sound design, the camera work, and the casting, I think just bring it all to like a 10, which make it such an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, I'm in
really fun sequences and stuff.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I can see why some people would give this like maybe a 4 out of 5, or even I think for me personally, I think 3.5 is a little low, but I know some people are like extremely hard graders with their films. But for me, I can understand a 4 just because if you wanted more from like the story, like forget the racing, like I'm talking like the plot, like how it's like, okay, washed up racer, he's old, oh, it's last chance at redemption, oh, there's a young guy who's arrogant, he has to learn how to, like all that. There's probably countless films like that with a similar, character arcs and stuff. So if you wanted more, I can understand why you'd give it a 4. um for me, like I said, I just think the camera work it's so good. I was really loved those racing scenes. Um, I really want to watch this again whenever it's on streaming, or if I end up getting it, if it's on physical. I don't know. It depends on the second watch. I'll give it on the rewatch. I'll see if I drop it to a 4. But for now, I agree. I think it's at a 4.5 for me because I really enjoyed this. It's 2.5 hours, but for me, I didn't feel the 2.5 hours. I felt like I was engaged the entire way through. I liked the arcs everyone had. I liked all the different races. I liked the action. I liked the drama. Like I think it all worked for me, and it's a solid 4.5 out of 5 for me.
I agree.
There you go, bro.
You talking to the audience? All right. Well, I think that's the review that we got for F1.
Yes,
this
sir.
is definitely movie of the summer.
I mean, for
it's
now.
giving
For now.
Maverick vibes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This month that we're going into is crazy. We're actually gonna have to lock in.
Nick, we're gonna have to. Hey, we got we got shit we missed too, because we saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. We also saw Ballerina.
Is it the final record?
It is for, at least for now it is. Who knows what'll happen. I'm sure we'll do reviews on those, but they're probably going to come out maybe in between the release of Superman and Fantastic Four, because I think there's like a 2-week gap in between. I don't know what else comes out in that time frame, but we're definitely, next episode will be Superman, because I mean, as we're talking, I mean, we will have been seen or like finishing the movie, Nick, 48 hours from now. How's it make you feel?
I can't go to sleep, bro, honestly.
Bro gonna be up for the next 2 days. Then
Dude,
sleep.
I think I am.
Then sleep through the movie.
I mean, I just want to talk a bit about how enjoyable. Nah, dude. I want to think about how fun the marketing has been for this movie. It's pretty funny. Like on my TikTok, I've been seeing like stupid skits with like Nicholas Holt and David Cornsweat.
Yeah.
But I love the promo for this movie. I've also seen a couple of interviews and stuff. So like seeing James Gunn and like sit and talk with his cast.
Oh yeah.
I recently found out like the glasses Superman wears are like hypno glasses, which are like canon.
Oh
I was
yeah.
like, oh, like that. I was like, that's really cool. Like I like how he's just going into this wacky side. But I'm just ready for the story, bro. I'm ready to dive into James Gunn's universe. This is the first live action with so many characters, dude. And the movie's a good 2 hours. Like it's gonna be packed with good shit.
Yeah. I think I've done a good job avoiding, because I know like a lot of times when it comes closer to the release date, they start dropping a lot of little TV spots, and
yeah, they're like, here's a whole scene. I'm like,
yeah,
no,
yeah. And for people that like want to watch that, like that's cool. But like me, I'm the kind of person that I want to know as little as possible for like something like this, because I know I'm gonna see it regardless. Like I could have gone in seeing no trailers for this, and I that probably would have made it more enjoyable for me. But I've seen enough. I've been kind of staying away from stuff as much as I can. And yeah, bro, I'm ready. So, hey, shout out F1. Thank you guys for listening and watching wherever you're at. We'll see y'all on the Superman review. Nick, let them know where they can see us or listen or whatever. Do the sign out, Nick. That's all you.
I got you. So if you want to follow us, our Instagram handle is Cosmic Kickback. Same thing for X/Twitter. We also got a subreddit if you guys want to join. I low-key think it is dead though.
I mean, when was the last time you posted on it, bro?
Dude, like 4 or 5 years ago, dude. I think literally the name, like a mod was like, oh, like your Reddit's been inactive.
Damn.
Like, we're gonna take your shit away.
Damn.
But we're everywhere. We're on Facebook. Make sure to follow us there. That's where we're posting news and reviews and stuff. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to subscribe or leave a review. It only takes a couple seconds, but it really helps just push the podcast out further to other people.
Oh God.
We'll see you guys on the Superman review. I'm super hype. Maybe we could even do that one in studio. Maybe we can record some.
Oh, that would be sick if you can lock in.
If we do, I will dead ass buy like a Superman onesie and just wear it like literally a little kid one, bro.
Okay, hey, bet, bro.
Like, dude.
All right,
well, we'll see you guys in the next episode.